Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, and I will start saying that intro slower for people because I always get asked in the comments, what is he saying in his intro? And if you don't know what it means, go check out my video that is called rating like GBL YouTubers by their battling skill. That will explain it. But let's talk about this team because this team is double fire, double flyer, got me back to within 10 of my highest ELO on the season, and it is built around Reshiram because I wanted to build a Reshiram because I said I built a Zekrom team and I built a Reshiram team because they were both in raids, so I wanted to do one of each. And when I was doing my analysis in my all these teams that you can use video, Yveltal was the pairing with it because it covers a lot of the main weaknesses. So like Groudon, and it covers Dialga. So those are the sort of main weaknesses to Reshiram. So I covered it with Yveltal, and I didn't have a good one. My best was 13, 15, 15. I'm like, you know what? I always say IVs don't matter that much. Let's just go with 13, 15, 15. That's fine. I prefer that attack to be higher, but you know what? It is what it is. And then I put Mewtwo in because that was my safe swap and what I wanted to put in. And I just needed something to deal with Zacian. So I'm like, you know what? Even if you're seeing Wild Charge, let's talk about Wild Charge because Oxford, you, my boy, put out one about using Wild Charge, and I don't want to give him full credit, but Wild Charges are now starting to be very, very common. I think it's people realize that a lot of people are using Ho to wallets, so they now put in Wild Charge. The thing is, even with Wild Charge, you can survive one Wild Charge with Ho-Ho. So I have no problem running Ho as the strong counter, even if they run Wild Charge, because one Wild Charge does not take you out, and you outpace them to the 2 Brave Birds for 2 Wild Charges. So no, you'll survive one Wild Charge, so you don't need to shield up one. You just shield up second, and then you do get 2 Brave Bird offs, you'll still take the matchup. So this team, like I said, it's an interesting team because it has very obvious weaknesses, right? Excadrill. Excadrill will destroy the Reshiram because it's ground. We'll take that out. And it can just spam these rock slides to deal with the flyers. So the good news is you can hit it with Focus Blast, which you'll see. You can hit it with just Incinerates it down if you have a couple shields or they just don't time properly. So you can get around it. But yeah, Reshiram is actually... I also put it in a video. So this team got me back to my highest yellow. And then I used a different team tomorrow, which got me to my highest yellow. And Reshiram's on it again. Reshiram is a sneaky play, and you're going to see just like how fast charging it is and these overheats and these crunches. So let's get into these battles here. Reshiram on the lead against Giratina. So this is a nice lead because I got the Dragon Breath and I got the Crunch. The only sort of drawback is that they do outpace you to the move. And I'm like, I don't want to take a Shadow Ball, so I'm just going to shield. That's fine. I can probably build up a bit more energy now instead of throwing right away. And out comes the Zacian. So I'm going to build up a ton here, and I'm going to bait. Bait that I'm just going for the nuke. And they call the bait. So that's not great. So I now come in here with Ho-Ho. So sometimes they bait, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they call the bait, sometimes they don't. So it just depends. But they call the bait here, get hit with the Wild Charge. Like I said, that's fine. I will get to the move. So they can either burn a shield or go down. And they burn a shield. That's okay. I probably let this go down, and I probably just Crunch, because Crunch will probably take this out, especially that they just lowered their defense twice. Actually, I'll just Crunch it to get out of here. So no problem. Get that out of the way. I still got this. I don't see my... and it comes in with the extra drill. So here we go. Not a good situation. Can I get to the move? I cannot. So I catch the drill run on the Yveltal, one of my only win conditions for this match. Absorb all that. They now come in with Giratina, which is amazing because now I'm just building up a ton of energy. I don't need to worry about the Shadow Balls. I think they needed to just stay in here and just do like a rock slide. But I guess because they were dry on energy, they thought maybe, I don't know what they were thinking. Because the rock slide is the only thing that take me out. I'm now loaded with much more energy than I was before. And this thing's pretty low, so I'm going to build up to the Focus Blast. I'm going to bait just because they're probably going to shield because they're already at like 50% health. And they do shield. And I'm like, just get to the Dark Pulse because this is... The problem with Excadrill is it's pretty spammy even in neutral matchups. So look at this. Look at that Dark Pulse. That Dark Pulse almost took it out a 60% Excadrill. So that's why I like Yveltal. Like even just spamming these Dark Pulses. Dark Pulses hurt a lot in these matchups. So not a good lead. I have 2 answers to this. I use Ho as my safe swap for the obvious reasons that you do not want a Charmer on Yveltal, right? So I bait the Brave Bird. I bait the Earthquake. Just go for the Brave Bird just to get to make sure I can get to the Earthquake next time. Because if I need to go down here, I will go down here because I can come in with Yveltal or Reshiram because this thing's now low enough. So they do shield. That's okay. Incinerate does not go through, so that's not great. I'm going to come in here. It's probably just an Iron Head, so maybe I'll let this go. It's a Draco, so I get nuked. So that's not great. So now it's basically Reshiram is going to have to sweep here. Could be Earthquake, so I am going to shield. And it is an Earthquake, so that's good. So now I know that I can probably just go straight Crunch here and Dragon Breath to take this out. The Dialga is low, but it's not. That's just going to be a Fire Punch. That was too fast. The Dialga is going to be low, but it's not going to be low enough that I can just Dragon Breath down. So I'm going to need to throw a move here. So I'm going to build up a bit more, throw the Crunch, because this will take it low enough that it will almost take it out. And it does take it out, and it's a Zarude. And here we go. This is why I love it. Look how fast charging. I get to the Overheat, blasting them with the Overheat. This will one-shot. We're booming. Boom, there goes Zarude, and Reshiram sweeps the game for me. So that's not the first time he did it. I was really surprised how well it can do. So Dialga, another terrible lead. I got to get out into Ho-Ho here. And they are staying in. So sometimes I do the Brave Bird, sometimes they just go Earthquake. Yeah, sometimes I do either or. Just depends how I'm feeling on the matchup. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. They now go into Giratina. So that's interesting because now I can get to a move. They've already used one shield. It's unlikely that they're going to use a second shield. I'm probably going to build up, and I'm looking at my switch timer right now. Oh, and I get it off before, so they got greedy there. So then when they use a second shield here, and they're going to just farm me down thinking they're going to have so much energy coming out because no one's going to use the Yveltal because of all the Charmers. And here we are, Zacians. Throw that resisted Omnis Wind. And now I think what they're realizing is they're switch locked. They don't want to burn all they're switch locked, right? So they just have to keep throwing here. Nothing's going to hurt me. So I'm just going for the aggressive farm down. I can go 2 shield Reshiram if I need to. I'm going to have a ton of energy coming out here. So they do get me pretty low, which is not great. So I am very low. What's going to come in? It is a Togekiss. So I've got to reset immediately. So this is tricky. So I got to shield this. The good news is I have 2 shields, and that's all I need, right? Because I can just now Dragon Breath this all the way down. They do get 2 Iron Heads, so that's okay. But I will get this super low, and a Draco. Oh, man. So they had loaded energy. I get to the move. Overheat. Here we go. I cannot boom because it does not KO, but it comes pretty close. So here comes the Overheat. Almost KOs. Wow, but now I've got a move stored here that I can come in and resisted Focus Blast for the win, taking out the Togekiss. There we go. So banking that energy helped me in the end there. Reshiram versus Zekrom. So this is actually a completely neutral matchup, and I think I snuck a move in there, which is why I get to the Crunch first, because you're both throwing Dragon Breaths and you're both throwing Crunches. So you technically get to the move at the same time. I think I snuck one in there because that beginning, and I think I snuck a move in there, so I'm probably just going to win the Dragon Breath down here. In my team tomorrow, you're going to see a ton of just lead. My Mewtwo is in the lead, and out comes the Zacian, and they try to snarl me down, and I get to the Overheat. The Overheat charges really, really quickly, so blast them, almost take them out. They're trying to go for the full farm down. They get it. They do have a ton of energy here. They reset on Ho-Ho, and this is why this is not a bad matchup, because the Yveltal comes in and charges real quick. So if they try and go one more Incinerate, I'm going to get to the Brave Bird. I'm going to get to the Dark Pulse here. And I'm like, I think I should probably... I let it go, and it does not take me out. And the Incinerate goes too long, so they need to shield here. I don't want to take a Brave Bird. So I'm probably... Oh, I don't have the move yet. That sneaks through. I've got a shield because the Brave Bird is, even like I said, even a Wild Charge will not take me out. It's only the Brave Bird I need to worry about. I'm going to go for the full farm down here. And they try to come in with their Zacian. I'm guessing to wild charge me, thinking that's going to one-shot wild charge. Oh, it's only a player off, so I definitely don't need to worry about that. I can just go full farm down. Brave Bird for the win. Yeah, you don't need to worry about the wild charge. You can just absorb the wild charge. Have Brave Bird here, take it out. What I'm saying is, my Mewtwo tomorrow, you're going to see so many leads where I'm not pressing the button before the go, and I'm delayed. They always sneak in a fast move before. So great lead there. Landorus comes in, and Landorus is essentially like an excadrill issue, right? It's a ground that I can also throw rock, or in this case maybe superpower and rock. So that's going to hurt both of these Pokemon. So I was like, I already have 2 Pokemon in the back that can very much deal with Zarude, so I don't really care about that. I will stay in here, take this out, have alignment for whatever one in the back here, and get a move off here, and out comes an excadrill. And I was like, okay, can I get to the move? I can, but I'm just going to go for the crunch because it's very likely that it's going to shield anyways. And crunch will probably still do good chip damage, and I get a defense fall, which is huge. And there they try to go with a full farm down, come in with the Zarude. I'm just going to chip this, hoping to get the defense fall again, because maybe I can then just come in and incinerate down all the way. And I do get the defense fall. I really don't need to worry about much of the moves here. Again, I don't care about the moves because the rock slide from the excadrill is the only thing that really matters to me. So they hit me with the Dark Pulse. That's fine. Even a second Dark Pulse is not going to take me low enough because I'm still in the green. I'm now loaded with energy. I can probably just throw Brave Bird. So they shield. They get off before me, which is good on them. Again, the rock slide is the only thing that's going to take me out. This Brave Bird will take this out. Even if it's resisted, they're pretty low as it is. They shield. I can incinerate. They're going to need to get another move off. They do get another move off, which is okay because now they are energy dry. And they are low enough that one rock slide here does not take me out, and a Dark Pulse will take them out. So you can survive. So that's the thing with the Flyers. Excadrill cannot take you out with one rock slide. It needs 2 rock slides. So you are fine when you just need one shot there. So this team is good, and you see like there was at 2,500, so this is on my way up. Bad lead, and I think I realized this way too slow. Am I going to try and catch, or am I going to, yeah, I'm going to go in with Ho-Ho here, do some chip damage, and Dialga comes in. And again, so Dialga is not an amazing answer for this. I'm going to build up to 500, because that's the max I can go. I expect them to shield. I'm just going for the Earthquake, because I had such an energy advantage that I think I'm going to get to 2. And that was quick, so I think that's just an Iron Head. And because I didn't throw the Brave Bird, I don't need to worry about being Dragon Breath down, that I can get to the second move. So that if they want to burn both shields, that's fine. I'll take both shields here. Or I'll take it out, and I take it out and switch. So there we go. I win shield and switch. The Groudon comes in thinking, oh, this is great. Now I'm going to have great alignment versus Reshiram. Who's going to run double flyer? This idiot's going to run double flyer right here. Throw your Fire Punch because that's all you can throw. The problem is, I was like, oh, that Fire Punch did way more for a non-stab move than I expected it to. So I'm like, I cannot take 4 of these, which is probably how many he's going to have before I get to a move here. So I got to shield 1. So I shield up 1. They still get the second move off here. And I think I overfarmed to get another move off, if I remember. Okay, so I do throw it before they get the move off. But yeah, look at those like 2 Fire Punch landed. I'm already in the yellow. Like, that's crazy. And Yveltal comes in, and I can go for the nuke here. And if they don't shield, easy Dragon Breath. If they do shield, I can just overheat for the win. They do not shield, so now I can just Dragon Breath down. I was going to crunch and Dragon Breath, so it is over. So it's a really fun team because you got like a lot of nukes on this team. Brave Bird, Earthquake, Overheat, Focus Blast, so you're just nuking. This is the problem when you do not have an amazing safe swap, is that you can be hard punished. And so they shield, and now it's just an easy farm down for them. Yveltal, both take neutral. So the thing with Reshiram is it's half dragon. So even though you're fire, you're just taking neutral from these waters. So that's something important to know. You can actually take the Kyogre matchup if you get did it require the defense drop? I remember going head to head with the Kyogre on the lead and winning, and I just forget whether I needed the defense drop to do that. But I will get the crunch off here. So as you saw, 1 didn't take me out. I used 1 shield, get the crunch off here, take it out. So there we go, right? I'm now going to come back in here, and they are not leaving. I have no idea what's in the back yet. I got to shield this up because I'm already getting pretty low. So we CMP there. It's not amazing because now they can just let this go and go one shield, whatever in the back. They do shield, maybe thinking it was a focus blast. Now here comes a focus blast, but they try to catch on the Giratina, so good try to catch. The problem is this Dark Pulse does not, this only is like 60%, so I need to throw another one, and I can't take a Shadow Ball. I was going to say that, but I am stupid and took a Shadow Ball, and I just lost the game. I don't think I could have taken, yeah, because then I just would have been trying to get to the overheat there, thinking maybe that's my only win condition. Should have thrown the move. I think I probably just still would have lost with the Dialga there. Tough alignment. So good lead, Landorus. Someone must have put this team out because this. I remember going in this matchup being like, I just saw this because I try and do my sets like all back to back to back if I have time, and I'm like, I just saw this and I know how to play it because I just went against it and they shielded, so I'm gonna shield right back. So it is a full Stone Edge, so that's great. Can I get to the crunch? No. And I'm like, that's pretty fast. So this is definitely just a superpower. But I shield anyways, just in case. And now I can just go full Dragon Breath down. Again, I do that because I'm gonna come out with an overheat, so I can just nuke whatever. And I have 2 answers for Zarude in the back, so I don't need to worry about that. I just need to see whatever comes in here. Out comes an excadrill. So let's just go for the blast here. And then I think I'm going to have to immediately switch to the Ho-Ho, knowing I can survive one, barely, I think. And I think if I remember, they catch. Yeah, they do catch on the Zarude. But, again, the Incinerates, they're going to have to throw here because you're not going to mud shot me down. And we've already gone over this. They need 2 rock slides to take out my Yveltal. So now I can just come in here and get to 1 Dark Pulse. I charge it really quickly to take this out. Hopefully, I assume yes. I know they have a bit of an energy, but not enough. Get the move, take this out for the win. So again, excadrill causes this team problems, but you can work around it. Giratina lead, so a good lead. Out comes the Zacian, and here we go. Going in with my hard counter. I almost hope this is a wild charge so I can show what it's like. And it is. I remember a lot of wild charge. Yeah, there's your wild charge. There's your survive. They do go back to back here, so that's the only thing. If you're not aware, because I went for the extra incinerate, so they do go back to back wild charges. So if they wanted to, they could just let this go and win switch. Or lose switch, but win shield. But they decide to shield it up, thinking they can just farm me down, but I'm already at the second move, so now they have to burn the second shield if they want to win this switch. And they do not, so that's just a waste of a shield in my opinion. Like, if you're going to go down, just go down and come in with the Giratina. Yeah. I guess they did. Oh, and now they get hit with the alignment. Oh, and they're running a Lugia too. So they are double weak to Yveltal. Like, it's not a bad strategy. There's so many Zacians out there, like the one on this team, that you think you have coverage. But yeah, Yveltal's got wide coverage against a lot of these Pokemon, despite all the fairies out there. So hit this with the Dark Pulse, does a ton of damage. I tried to catch there. At this point, I'm probably just gonna, yeah. I still may come in anyways, save that for later just in case I need it, because it's not like the Giratina can throw anything that matters, and this game is over. So again, we've seen this matchup. It is a mirror match, and I think I maybe got it in there too. Do I get to the move first? Let's see. No, we CMP there. So they got to the move just same time as expected. They throw the crunch. I don't get a defense drop. No move is snuck through. I get the crunch. They do shield, get the defense fall, realize it, so they reset on Ho-Ho. And I think this was a stupid play on my part. It's not terrible because in the Ho-Ho matchup it's not bad because you don't want to throw first because the Brave Bird does not take you out if you throw first. But if you do throw first and your defense goes down significantly, a Brave Bird does take you out. even if I didn't do the Dragon Breath damage, right? So now this would take it out, so they have to shield. CMP, so I will go down here because this is now going to be their second time that I can now come in with the Reshiram again and just crunch. I'm going to go a bit up here just to get a little more energy. I don't know if I'll need it, but get a little more energy. This crunch will definitely take it out because it is super lowered. I'm going to try and reset because I expect, I don't know what I'm expecting. Why was I touching? Yeah, and out comes this. So I expect the rock slide and then I expect a catch. I expect them to try and catch the focus blast because that's probably one of their only win conditions. So I'm going to get to the focus blast and keep going. And there's the switch, as expected. I do not want to take a wild charge because I can survive one rock slide. We know that. So get this Dark Pulse off, got a little bit of energy. Can get to the focus blast, and we're going to boom. As soon as you throw the rock slide, that's not going to take me out. We're booming. Take it out for the win. So this was an all, actually, I shouldn't say that because my team tomorrow is an all boom team. My team tomorrow is I call it shield pressure team. And it worked pretty well. So tough lead here. I'm going to go into this as a safe swap only because I know I could, worst case scenario, sort of double shield and just incinerate and maybe grab a shield back. This is tricky because Braybird does not do enough here. 2 Braybirds will though, so that's good. So worst case scenario, I can now let this go. I'm worried they can probably just farm up and just sky attack me now at this point though. So that's the only drawback. They are going to be loaded with energy. But they're now within snarl range. So taking out there, that's fine. I can probably just come in and snarl down all the way. Shield up what could be an arrow blast. I will shield up an arrow blast because that would really hurt. And it is an arrow blast, which is perfect. Now I can just go full farm down. I'll be absolutely loaded with energy here. I expect the excadrill to come back in. It does. I'm going to just throw the Dark Pulse here, hoping that they'll shield, thinking it's a focus blast. They do not shield, but I have 2 moves. Look how low that Dark Pulse got. Excadrill is just a little too glassy. And I'm like, okay, let's just come in here. And they come in with Giratina, and I'm like, nope. I'm just going to throw this move. It'll put it super low. I can survive a Shadow Ball. And then I can just Dragon Breath down for the win. And then, yeah. So they were kind of done there. So that's a team. That is how it is played. Again, Reshiram, you saw the leads. I only saw a few Giratina leads. I had a lot of bad leads. I had a lot of Dialga leads. I had some Excadrill leads. So I had a lot of bad leads. Ho as a safe swap, even in bad situations, is still pretty good. Because the Braybird, again, this team just overheat, Focus Blast, Braybird, Earthquake, like a lot of just nukes of moves on here that deals with a lot of the meta. So I had fun playing it. Obvious weaknesses, Excadrill. So I'm thinking what else would cause this team problems. Kyogre, because you're half dragon in the front, you can deal with that there, and Yveltal to a certain extent there. So, like, this team is pretty well-rounded. Again, Zacian does cause this team a bit of problems unless you align it with Ho, but I did overheat I was supposed to say, why didn't that make it in here? It's because it is in my tomorrow video. Because my team tomorrow is, might as well tell you it now, because if you made it this long, you're very loyal, and I appreciate it. My team tomorrow is Mewtwo, Excadrill, Reshiram, and I call it fast chargers that also like provide I don't want to call it heavy damage because Daniel Z thing, but like Mewtwo with the side strikes have to be respected. Drill Run on like your Dialgas need to be respected, and Reshirams with the overheat needs to be respected. So they all charge very, very quick. So you're really adding a lot of shield pressure. So that's the team tomorrow. Got me to a new high yellow. And I am going to try, I haven't tried it out yet. I want to try out one more team on Wednesday. Or maybe if I'm doing well with it, I'll do a viewer submission because I know a lot of people have submitted. That is it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate if you've made it this far to hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate if you comment on the video because it helps with the algorithm, and I am slowly growing. I'm filming this Saturday night because I am a dad. This is what I during COVID, so this is what I do on my Saturday nights now. But I assume I'm within like 15 subscribers of 5,700. So hopefully I'll be there by the time this premieres. So I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.